let me just tie a couple of these threads together real quick, right? One is the emergence of this thing called the network state, which is this idea that comes out of Silicon Valley starting in the 90s, but has really gained traction. And it's part of the ideology of these like Silicon Valley fuckheads who are basically want to do, they call it a reverse FDR, right? Mark Andreessen called it that specifically. He wants to do a reactionary monarchy in America, and they see Trump as a good avatar for that. But one of the reasons why the tech bros want that specifically is the fact that, like, if you have a monarch, he uses state power on behalf of your oligarchic tech bro interests, your billionaire interests. So Trump, he disestablished the Presidio Trust in San Francisco. So all that gorgeous land that looks kind of like what's in my background here with the Golden Gate Bridge and shit, he disestablished that land as a public trust so that it could be privatized, so that these network state bros can create their own exit from American society and American governance within US sovereign territory. They're trying to create new sovereignties. And there's an entire geopolitics around that. So in French Polynesia, Peter Thiel tried to do the same thing, set up this network state, carve out a sovereignty within the colony of French Polynesia, like within their territory, but they're actually a colony of France, right? So this is what they've been trying to do, is like create new sovereign nations where they can be tech bro kings, right? And the geopolitics of that has to do with challenging the state form itself and leveraging state power to challenge the state form. So this Greenland stuff, Trump has said specifically, like,
And the world needs us to have Greenland, including Denmark. Denmark has to have us have Greenland.
this is needed for living space for Americans, and that's just Lebensraum. Like, that's imperialist foreign policy, like, very nakedly. But like Sam Altman, OpenAI, also advocates of the network state, they were on the record as early as 2018 and 2019 saying that specifically they want Greenland to be Mars on Earth. They want Greenland to be the largest section of territory in the world that can become a new sovereignty. So Trump is dead and serious about taking Greenland, but it's not really for America. It's for the network state that will create a new nation there, basically run by tech bros who can be kings, right? Establish a new kind of feudalism. And the imperialist aspect of that is not just the Trump land grab conquesty stuff. It's also that, like, because there are critical minerals in New Zealand or in Greenland, the ability to extract that is a source of payment or rent seeking that Trump and the US state will get, right? So, network state, Greenland imperialist foreign policy, carving up new sovereignties. And what that means is that this idea of the network state, it's of course dystopia wherever they emerge because it's not going to be democratic, but also it's going to be challenging existing nation states. And that's a source of potential conflict. And at the same time, what we're seeing in Greenland, the proof is Greenland, that the network state itself requires an imperialist foreign policy in order for it to happen. So Trump is doing an imperialist foreign policy, right? So that's like one set of strands. And JD Vance went over there. It was a shambolic visit, total failure. But he's asserting that bullying imperialist swagger, right? He showed up at the US military base there, and nobody in Greenland could do anything about it. Nobody in Denmark could do anything about it.